Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having an exceptional day. As always, when you leave a like, when you leave a comment, when you leave multiple comments, or when you subscribe, all of these things, there we go, do help out the channel and help out my channel's algorithm and are very much appreciated. Welcome back for another video. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. At the moment, the entire market is in green. It is a very weird sight to see, but alas, let's bathe in its sunlight. It says Bitcoin and Ethereum inch higher, ADA and Doge rally. I believe that Cardano is currently the most coin in the market. I think it's up by around 17 or 18% at the moment. It says Bitcoin price analysis, Bitcoin eyes rally above $43,000. I believe we are currently at 43,100 something or other dollars. There are a lot of calls right now from analysts who are expecting or believe that still by the end of this week, and I'm not sure if they're measuring that as a Friday or a Sunday, as typically people see Monday as the start of the new week. They're still calling for a $50,000 Bitcoin and saying that if that happens, the entire crypto market is going to surge beyond belief. It says Dogecoin turns bullish with an 11% rise. Dogecoin is back above 13 cents. It says Cardano price surpasses $1 with a 13% rise. It is far higher than that now. Will Cardano's price hit its all-time high in coming days? That part is a bit too strong. However, the momentum for that coin is picking up quite rapidly. There was a lot of Cardano news explaining as to why the project is now pumping. It says one of the most important problems in the crypto industry right now is scalability. As more people enter the space, the demand for transactions rises, which makes gas prices skyrocket. A blockchain network has a limit for how many transactions they can fit inside each block. Therefore, there is a max number of transactions per second. A layer 2 solution allows for transactions to be aggregated and synthesized off-chain and then posted together to the mainnet. And that way, the gas fees are divided between hundreds of transactions. This technique effectively multiplies the transactions per second that a blockchain can process. In essence, Hydra will make Cardano and its whole DeFi ecosystem faster and cheaper. Although it is still in development, progress is being made. As of last week, the Hydra protocol is successfully running on the Cardano testnet. Apparently, I'm not sure exactly how close all of this actually is, but people are going insane over the fact that this is going to be implemented in the very near future. I believe we just spoke in another video. I'm not sure. Maybe I read it. I don't remember. With Hoskinson saying that the next couple of months are going to be absolutely phenomenal for Cardano. The other major news for Cardano is Cardano's total value locked, or TVL, has hit $300 million. That is the amount of money that is locked inside of the Cardano protocol. That is to say, people are staking their coins, people who are using DeFi, people who are whatever other protocols there are out there where people can lock up their coins in order to gain more value or more yield or more profit. That is continuing to decrease all the time, especially with a number of their decentralized exchanges picking up in popularity, as I assume the yield numbers are quite high. So I am still, for those of you who did not know, very optimistic on Cardano. I think it has taken them a very long time to deliver on what they said they were going to do. However, they have delivered. And that's the really interesting part from a lot of other coins. I'm looking at you, EOS, who said 15 different things. They delivered none of them. Cardano has been slow and steady, if you will, but at least they are getting there. On top of that, it says Ethereum reclaims $3,000. Technical suggests more upside. We're getting a lot of news once again. All of this is mimics of mimics. of how much money is being locked into Ethereum. There was another article here. I don't know if I actually have it. No, I don't have it. It was something along the lines of how much Ether had been burned since EIP 1559 was activated. And it's something astronomically higher than we even had last week when we were talking about how much Ether has been burned. There's a lot of news about the, not the transaction fee, what do you call it? The issuance rate of Ethereum and how low it's going to go. And we expect 3 to 4 months. And kind of all this momentum is also building up for Ethereum as well. It's kind of at the moment, it's more of an Ethereum / Ethereum competitors race, where I think the other coins see that Ethereum has the momentum and has had it for a while, could potentially double in price if we see this momentum continue when the upgrade happens. But the other coins are also now being accepted and being added to other portfolios and other things like that for other major brands. We also had news a while ago that Grayscale is adding all these coins to their new funds, and other people are betting really big on Solana and yada, yada, yada. But I think it's going to be, I think any next movement upward will be a race between these coins. This one says, this is why Bitcoin might hit $60,000 in April with altcoins pumping massively. It's basically an accumulation of all the news that we've been getting before. Literally just everything that we've seen kind of coming to fruition, or a grand convergence of all the accumulation of Bitcoin finally causing a shock in the market. Ethereum upgrading, XRP's lawsuit potentially being over, the Cardano upgrades that are supposed to be happening over the course of this year, and you kind of get the idea. There's nothing, and I will repeat this thousands of times, there is nothing actually stopping Bitcoin from reaching its previous all-time high this month, next month. I mean, if we hit it that hard, that fast this month, I'd be a little worried at the actual movement upward, but we hit it before, we can do it again. Conditions have only gotten better for us. The technicals have only gotten a lot more technically since we last hit our previous all-time high. We now know for certain, because the last time it happened, we had news from the Federal Reserve that inflation was transitory and might not be with us for like another month or two, when we know as of now it's going to be here for at least the next 5 to 10 years. And will continue to only get worse. So that's just my, Satoshi on it. It says, technical analysis, Bitcoin revisits breakout zones. Can bulls make it? Absolutely. Absolutely. There's nothing stopping them. It's just a matter of enough money going into the market moving up high enough. I think we are still getting indications that $45,000, $46,000 is the breakout zone. That is already if we hit that number, then, basically, I hate the term to the moon, but to the moon from there. And also, as always, in the Bitcoin price going up news, it says exchanges see massive Bitcoin outflows in the last 7 days, signaling a mega bullish turn in crypto markets. This has been news, not the mega bullish turn, more so the massive outflows of the amount of Bitcoin on exchanges. I explained, and I'm pretty sure you understood as I'm speaking English, the significance of last year, us hearing that 1 in every 4 Bitcoin that's available to buy is on a cryptocurrency exchange. Like if you want Bitcoin, you have to buy it on a crypto exchange. That's kind of the general idea. And since then, that number went down from 25% to 22% to 20% to 18% to 13%. And the last we heard, I believe it was only 1 out of every 10 Bitcoin is now left on a cryptocurrency exchange, with tons of rich people continuing to try and amass more and more of a Bitcoin fortune, while everyone else is just not paying attention. What was the other company that we just heard about a day or two ago? I don't remember their names. I don't remember at all. Who's trying to accumulate $10 billion worth of Bitcoin? If you missed that video, I believe it was the last video or the one before that. You can find it on the channel. They announced that they're going to try, or they plan to accumulate $10 billion worth of Bitcoin and basically lock it up, if you will, so that they can issue or have a stable coin against it to be more stable because of the amount of Bitcoin that they have. And keeping in mind, that is one company who is planning on doing that, and I'm sure there are hundreds more who would love to also have even just 100 million, not even a billion of Bitcoin, and they plan on buying that much as well. So we are going to continue to see more outflows. I am still very interested to see if these banking numbers end up coming true. Don't forget, 2022 is the year that even the stock to flow chart showed Bitcoin going up. JP Morgan Chase, they announced $288,000 Bitcoin in 2022. The timeline is a bit interesting, especially as let's be honest, as the world around us crumbles. But how fascinating would that be if all those numbers actually end up coming true? That's all the price news. It's very nice. The coins are in green. A lot of coins are much greener than other coins right now. I'm expecting big things. There's no reason why the market should ever be sliding down at this point. Any more than 1% over the course of a 7-day period, because all the technicals are there. We know that people are buying. We know that whales are buying. We know that the networks are stronger than ever and have more people than ever using them. And yeah, let's move on. Next up, I could have sworn we went over this before, but this was one of the most popular news stories of the day, of today. The Japanese social media and messenger software firm Line Corporation has announced that the company is introducing an NFT marketplace on the 13th of April. Line detailed on Wednesday that the market will be called Line NFT, and will showcase more than 100 types of NFTs. I have no idea what that means. Does that mean like music, videos, sports? I don't know. In March 2021, Line Corporation completed a merger. That was the news that we had. That was the news. It was that Line had a merger with SoftBank Group, Yahoo Japan, and Zed Holdings. The merged company aims to encompass the digital world from all aspects. And last week, reports revealed Zed Holdings was launching a global NFT marketplace that will operate, and that was the news. That was it. That will operate in 180 countries. 13 days later, Line announced the company is also launching an NFT marketplace called Line NFT. Line's press release notes that the market will showcase more than 100 types of NFTs. I don't know what that means. Line NFT will launch on the 13th of April. And Line app users, I'm tired of saying Line app users will be able to use the marketplace via the app. I would hope so. It's 2022. They're not doing it on their notepads. The Line NFT launch will see more participation from Nissi, Yoshimoto Kogyo, and Square Enix. Moreover, the launch will see a Yoshimoto Kogyo Holdings limited edition NFT video dubbed Yoshimoto NFT Theater, while Line NFT, this is a lot going on. So, I thought this sounded relatively similar, but now I guess it's like the 2.0 or the part 2, if you will, of the news that we had before. So, I myself don't use Line, but I know that Line is very popular, even outside of Japan. Like, there are a lot of places where you'll hear that like a social media platform is like popular in America, but millions of other people around the world will still use it in Europe or in Africa or many other places. So, cool. I hope it works out for them. Once again, this is another company who's diving deep into the NFT space. Like, there's so much money behind NFTs and behind the metaverse. This is why I believe that it's kind of going to make it, if you will, because every corporation is into it at this point, and I think there's too much money and too much funding floating around it for it simply not to take off, if you will. Yeah, that's the Line is officially launching their marketplace next month on the 13th of April news. And yeah, let's move on. Here's some really popular news. Coinbase, the publicly traded cryptocurrency exchange, has been on quite the listing spree over the last years, adding everything from ApeCoin. Didn't ApeCoin come out like 3.5 days ago? Adding everything from ApeCoin to Wrapped Centrifuge. That sounds like a video game. It's also baffling or buffing. Yeah, it is quite baffling. It's also buffing up its staking options. The exchange announced today that it now offers staking for ADA, the native cryptocurrency of the Cardano blockchain. In explaining the decision, they said, "We want more money." No, I'm joking. Well, I mean, I'm sure that's it. They said, Senior Vice President Manager Rupmalini Sahu pointed to Cardano's top 10 market capitalization and its flexible, sustainable, and scalable blockchain design. How interesting. Keep all of this in mind. It's not that crypto is kind of, I was going to say political, but it definitely has this thing where, remember years ago, we had information that there were a lot of cryptocurrency exchanges who wanted to see, who mentioned that when they did add coins, they would only be adding coins that had maintained a top 10 position for a very long time. And we've kind of seen the top 10 more or less stuck in the same exact place. We see maybe one or two coins have swapped in and out every now and again, but it's kind of maintained that exact same spot. I always wonder behind the scenes how these conversations go, because for those of you who were here long ago, people called Cardano garbage and trash and it won't do anything. And now it's everywhere and everybody loves it and everyone's staking Cardano and everybody wants to make passive income and everyone's talking about how cool the blockchain is. It's very fascinating to see how time moves forward and things kind of legitimize themselves or end up being legitimized by other cryptocurrency exchanges listing them, and everybody then goes, well, of course Cardano's in the top 10. Look at all the amazing things they're doing, when 2.5 years ago, more than half of these same exact people were dogging the entire blockchain. They said that design uses smart contracts similar to Ethereum and Solana. Solana also constantly making it in the sentence as well, to enable decentralized finance, NFTs, and other activities on the network. Cardano is a proof-of-stake cryptocurrency, meaning that its network is secured not through mining, as with Bitcoin, but by people committing a portion of their ADA holdings to the network. In return, they receive a share of newly minted ADA. Because this stacking process can be a bit overwhelming or time-consuming for average users, Coinbase and other crypto exchanges offer to do it for them, pooling Cardano together on the network, then redistributing a portion of the rewards. Here are the numbers. It's estimating an annual return of 3.75%. Not terrible, but it's still better than 1%. 3.75% annually, and you will receive a portion of it every 5 to 7 days, which is also quite common these days as well. If for those of you, I have friends who are staking and they tell me about it all the time. Basically, you get like a little drop every couple of days. And this is what I was saying before. This is why I think this will be. There is no this could be. This will be the new form of passive income in the future. If Cardano makes it, and eventually in 10 years we see a $15 Cardano, imagine every day. And even realistically, we're doing the every 5 to 7 days now because it seems to be more of the trend in the cryptocurrency space. Why get paid at the beginning of the month, on the first of the month, when you can get paid every Friday, literally every Friday, or literally, every couple of days? I think eventually these will be upped. I think crypto exchanges will start fighting each other and start offering, hey, every 2 days, every 1 day, you'll see this money kind of into your account. But imagine if every 5 to 7 days, once again, with a $15 Cardano or a Solana or a Bitcoin or an Ethereum, what have you, and you're getting, like 1,100 a week just because of the coins that you purchase now, then in the future, you kind of get what I'm saying. Anyway, yes, this was incredibly popular news. Coinbase now finally has support for Cardano staking. I'm going to be honest with you. If we see any massive movements upward, I think it's going to be because of this. Coinbase is a very well-trusted exchange. If people have a place not only to buy Cardano, but also simply hit a button and say stake it, and they start making passive income forever, that's a done deal. People are going to rush to that and flock to it as quickly as possible. And this is what's going to get more people into the Cardano network ecosystem. And just imagine, remember, Coinbase just added a bunch of, was it Avalanche? I don't remember the name of the coin. They just added another ecosystem onto their platform for DeFi usage and all these other things. Imagine when they start adding the other DeFi coins that are on top of Cardano onto Coinbase. And you can start earning extra yield by having your money locked up. And it just makes so much sense. And yeah, that's the Coinbase Cardano news. I'm wholeheartedly expecting a $5 Cardano sometime. If we get the upgrades this year, and people continue to stake and lock up their value, if you will, inside of this coin and this network, we're going to see a $5 Cardano. We made it to a $3 Cardano without any of the major upgrades. So, you know, logic. That's the Cardano news. And yeah, let's move on. Next up, this was also very popular news, and I sat there like, okay, sure. Spain's Ministry of Treasury has admitted that Spanish citizens are not forced by law to declare their cryptocurrency holdings under the disputed Model 720, which involves declaring funds held abroad. While the anti-fraud law approved last year established this duty, there are still no rules regarding cryptocurrency after Model 720 was declared to be illegal by European laws. So as far as I understand it, hello friend, if you are watching, I have a friend who's from Spain, and we discussed this before because he no longer lives in Spain, and he read online that he would have to start declaring his cryptocurrency holdings to a country that he does not live in. For those of you who think that is absurd, if you live in the States or are from the States and do not live in the States right now, you will also know you have to pay taxes still to America, even though you do not live in America. It is far overreaching, and it's what governments do, but they probably more likely should not be doing. So the law is, as it stands right now, apparently, I am certain they were trying to figure out exactly how much crypto other people who have Spanish passports are holding so that they can try and get some type of tax from it as well. But apparently right now that did not hold up. This was very popular news. I assume people believe it's a win of some sort of way. It shouldn't have to be a win. It should just be logic. I do not live in your borders. Do not try to see what I have. Even if I live in your borders, stop trying to look inside my wallet. Basically is the nicest way of saying it. So yeah, this was one of the most popular news stories of the day. Congratulations to everyone out there who has a Spanish passport or is a Spaniard, that you do not have to declare this now. Why would you ever have to do that? That's the Spain news, very popular Spain news. And yeah, let's move on. And to finish things off, Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida says his state is drawing up plans to allow businesses to pay their tax bill with crypto. According to a new report by Bloomberg, DeSantis said that the state would be willing to accept digital assets as payment for taxes. He said, I've told the state agencies to figure out ways where if a business wants to pay tax in crypto in Florida, we should be willing to accept that. We're working through that. DeSantis says he's worried about Joe Biden's recent executive order, which called for research on the implications of a government issuing a central bank digital currency. Don't be anyone out there who has anxiety or who is worried about that. Please don't be. I told you all of this before. We know that regulations were and are going to happen. It's just how governments work. There should be 0% anxiety or worry from you, because I'll tell you right now, I am not a member of the U.S. government. However, I know that the U.S. is definitely going to be issuing a central bank digital currency. I can tell you that without a shadow of a fraction of a piece of a doubt. Every other country is going to do it. But do not forget, these are digitized versions of the same garbage that we have right now. Think of that. That is all that it is going to be. We are going to see at some point there is going to be a stock market crash, a recession, something is going to take place, and some government around the world who has a central bank digital currency is going to freeze the bank accounts of their citizens, and everyone else around the world, it'll click immediately, and they will understand exactly why Bitcoin is important. And this is when the mega mass adoption phase, because we are in the early phase, will happen. Do not have any worry about that. I think a large part of that is just people trying to stir up worry in other people. We know that it's going to happen. Did you think we were going to live in a world where the U.S. was not going to try and tax something? The governor says that the centralized nature of central bank digital currencies could pose a threat to economic freedom. That is not a lie. He said there's a difference between a decentralized digital currency like Bitcoin and what some are talking about doing at the Federal Reserve level to convert US dollars into basically a digital currency. I think there's a lot of hazards with that. With that comes when that's centrally controlled. Well, I mean, all of our money has been centrally controlled for a long time. Like, this is just another level of centralization. So, you know, I worry about the amount of power that would give someone in central authority to basically be able to shut off access to purchasing certain goods. We'd be in uncharted territory, and it's going to happen. Understand that. There's not even like I don't think anybody would do that. It is going to happen, and people are going to lose it. And I'm actually waiting for that moment because I want people to really understand that we've had this system for 13 years and we have tons of other systems that have come since, other cryptos and blockchains that have improved upon Bitcoin, are quicker than Bitcoin, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that people, by all logic, should be using these. Even the news that Coinbase for ADA has 3.7% and people's bank accounts have 0.02%. Logic. One gives you more than the other. So the news is, this was also very popular news, that Florida is gearing up to start accepting cryptocurrencies for business taxes and stuff like that. We heard this from California. We heard this from, was it Montana? I don't know. Maybe Texas as well. And there were like 3 other mid states that I can't remember the names of. But this catching on quite rapidly because I think these people are not only into crypto themselves, but I think they relatively understand where world markets are going. So, yeah, that's the Florida news. And I'm certain this is going to pass because I don't think any government would, I don't think many governments are that smart, but I don't think the U.S. would stop a chance for them to be able to receive extra taxes in some sort of way. Yeah, that's a good way of saying it. Alrighty. Let's move on. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. GBU Wally Bubble Mode. How's life, Austin? Auspicious Agile and Blockchain, Jamie Saad, Blockchain Simplified, and let's move on. Empire Queen, Fudweiser, Roman, Geba, Bitcoin, Ben Arachno, Dave, Tony Ambroski, The Dealers, Dan, Captain Something, and the Z-Way Lay, Mobarazi, VB Nerd 21, Miguel Grolet, Lauren De Silva, Quoted Biddy, Troy Allgood, Space Case, Nita Miracle, Paternoster, Navarro Williams, Utopia 569, Moonman High, XRP, Martin Stoyo, Nostromo, John Sarson, The Anima, Rita, Bibliophobia, Todd, Mullis, Adam, Graysick, Wise Night Owl, 242 to the World, Bankroll Network, Crypto Artist, Cole D3D, Setsuna, Richie Rich III, Paxis, Nick Mangialavori, Jim Gardner, Jeremy Fox, Minting Coins, Yes to Crypto, Bodie McBoatface, Anytime Fitness, Monks, Quarter Staff, Bake Me a Cake, Tigara Machonisa. Where am I? There we go. On Crypto with Lionel and Crail and Michelle URL. If you could have seen my face, I was like, where are the words I know can read? Thank you all incredibly much for your continued support. Thank you to everyone who has left a like. Thank you to everyone who has left a comment. If you are still here watching the video, type in the number 43133, which is Bitcoin's current price. Bitcoin is currently up by 2.44%. Ethereum is up by 3.6%. XRP is up by 2.18%, and Cardano is up by 17.55%. It is finally over $1. It took a millennium, but we're finally here. Solana is up by 7% as well. Dogecoin is up by 12%. No real Dogecoin news. It just kind of popped up. There were no Elon Musk tweets. There was nothing else about adoption in some sort of way. It just kind of popped up by itself. Shiba Inu is up by 7%, trying not to be left behind, as whenever Dogecoin moves up, Shiba Inu usually does the same. Kronos is up by 4%, Cosmos is up by 4%, Near Protocol is up by 10%, Matic is up by 4%, Uniswap is up by 5.9 percentile points. OKB is up by 10%, Algorand is up by 5%, Decentraland is up by 7% as well. The Sandbox is also up by 7.6%, VeChain Thor is up by 7%, Axie Infinity is up by 17%. Monero is up by 3%. Filecoin is up by 4%. Phantom is up by 5%. Hedera, Hashbar, Graphbar is up by 4% as well. Yeah, I do hope that you've all enjoyed. I do hope that you all are having a great day, great morning, great afternoon, great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be on this weird, weird planet. I do hope that it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, and or supporting, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See